It will be his idea. What I'm about to say is very, 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 very important for completely executing this 100% so that you get him to beg for you, but you also get what you want without even having to ask.
That's easy.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to make a man beg to be with you. How to make him beg to be with you. So this is a real thing. So fasten your seatbelts till the very end, because once you figure out how to do this, any man that you want is going to be like putty in your hands. And I'm serious. This is not to be taken lightly. Well, actually, this is actually probably something that you should just do all the time. But you'll see. It's not that big of a deal. All right. So, how to get what you want from a man without asking, okay? And how to make him beg to be with you. Men are not above begging. They actually like to chase, and they will try to convince you to be with them if they feel like that you need convincing. That is something that we've all seen, I'm sure. This is gonna sound really simple. It's simple to apply, but it's not easy to apply, okay? This is going to take a lot of discipline on your part, and this is going to take a complete shift in you in order for you to be able to apply this, because most people want to do the exact opposite, and that's where our problem lies. Okay, we're all watching this video together. So before I give you the goods, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you've been watching me and you like my channel, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell button, hit all to receive all notifications so that you know every time I'm coming out with a new video. Also, if you haven't already, stop by my group on Facebook where I have a ton of unlisted videos, and I have a live Q&A every single week where you can bring your questions. I also have courses available for you guys, so do check those out. They're all in the links below, and if you want to visit my group for those unlisted videos and to bring your questions in for that live Q&A, that is in the pinned comment below. And also, you can very easily, if you don't watch this till the end, you can very inadvertently mess this up and apply it in ways that are incomplete or not comprehensive enough. So make sure that you do watch till the end so that you understand all the different ways that you can apply this and that you need to apply this, okay? So if you want to get what you want from a man without asking him, and if you want him to beg to be with you, which he will, I'm telling you, don't click off when I say this, because this requires further explanation in order for you to execute it fully. But here's what it is. Okay. Do not ever beg or bargain for anything. Okay? So think about how this works. Men are the pursuers. Women are the door that decides we're open or we're not. We're open, we're not. What ends up happening is this. You can't tell a man anything because they don't tend to listen. And I mean, that's with people. You know, people don't really tend to want to listen when you speak. And by the way, I'm going to explain the manifestational and law of attraction energetics behind this, okay? Don't worry, that's coming up. So this plays out in many ways, and you're going to see how you've been sabotaging yourself, and you're also going to figure out how to stop doing that. All right. So for instance, let's say you're texting or any form of communication. Let's say that he's not communicating enough with you, or let's say that you want him to communicate more with you. You want more communication with him. So what you automatically start doing is you're texting and communicating more with him. You go more in his direction. You become the pursuer. You become the instigator. You're trying that action of texting him more or calling him more or trying to get into his vicinity more. That is begging and bargaining. I bet you didn't know that you were doing that. But yeah, you're trying to get more out of him. You're trying to, and sometimes we're trying to come up with something to get his attention, right? So that he'll pay more attention to us. Let's see, can I say something really intriguing that maybe he'll respond to? Maybe he'll start laughing with me. Maybe I can make it sound like something completely unrelated, come up with an excuse. No bargaining, no begging. None of that whatsoever. So here's how it works. When you beg and bargain and try to convince a man to do what you want, you devalue yourself and you put him on a pedestal. And this is where it plays out with manifesting and law of attraction, where you can literally see that begging, bargaining, trying to get what you want, trying energy is trying, is desperate, is needy, right? So now this makes perfect sense. It doesn't take a whole lot to understand that yeah, like I felt this need. I felt a need to try to get what I wanted. I felt this lack, and I tried to fill that lack. I tried to get them to make me feel better about that. That's what all of that is. And that's why it just can't play out in the way that you want it to, because energetically, you're not where you need to be, okay? So that's why in a lot of my videos lately, I've been talking about, self-concept, and I've talked a lot about a lot of ways that you can address that within yourself. But I'm gonna give you a mindset or a plan, an action plan in this video that's going to help you regardless. When you're trying to convince, trying to beg, trying to bargain, trying to get him to do what you want in any way, you don't know that you have him. You don't know that all of your desires are being fulfilled, and you're not living from your end, and you're not experiencing and living from your wish fulfilled. All of that is fueled by lack when you're trying to get what you want. So energetically, yes, you want to get back in touch with being in your end, work on your self-concept, you want to do that sexy goddess meditation, and you want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel desirable. You want to feel like you don't need this person. And it's not that I don't need him, like, as in I'm avoiding intimacy. No, it's not avoiding intimacy. It's you're a life enhancement. I don't absolutely need to have you, right? It's got to be balanced. Like, I love when you're around. That's so great. That's so nice. We have so much fun together. I mean it, like, I love it. But when it's time to go, like, that's okay too. And if you want to be a jerk and not text me back, that's okay too. You know what I mean? Because I'm okay. So you want to get back in touch with your end, with your ideal self-concept. Take that on. You screw your head back on straight, okay? Like, put yourself straight. If he's not communicating with you in the way that you want, just for example, if he's not doing something that you want, not giving you the affection that you want, not doing whatever attention it is that you want, your job is to not ask for anything from him. And also, don't try to make up for the gap by doing more. So your job is actually to stay still and not ask for anything. So you're not having this, I need to have a talk with you about my feelings, because hopefully I'm feeling desperate and needy, and hopefully that will make me feel better. It's not like, maybe if I tell him exactly what to do, he'll change his behavior for me. I mean, if you're already in a stable, steady relationship, then communication is open and all of that. I mean, this is well established. Like, you should easily be able to communicate. But, if you're watching this video, like, that's probably not the relationship that you're in. And actually, this can work even if you are in a secure relationship, because what ends up happening is you get quiet, and then there's this gap, right? And the gap doesn't get filled in. So what ends up happening is he's going to fill in the gap. He is going to miss you. He is going to remember you and pursue you. Lean back, distract yourself, forget about it, and communicate less. So this is going to create the complete shift that you want in the dynamic, where he's already the man. They're already the ones that pursue anyway. They enjoy the pursuit. They enjoy the chase. They enjoy winning. This is just masculine, feminine dynamics. It doesn't have anything to do with gender, but in a relationship, there's always a masculine entity and a feminine entity, okay? It's natural for the space to be filled by the man pursuing, or by the masculine entity pursuing the female entity. And that is what they want. They want for you to allow them to call the shots. They want to be in charge. So you don't beg or bargain or convince to get what you want. You lean back, you stop communicating, you get quiet, distract yourself, have fun with your life, do other things, forget about it completely. And then one day, he's gonna call you and be like, Where have you been? What's up? I haven't heard from you. What's going on? What's going on in your life? He's gonna get curious. No matter how it plays out, and it doesn't really matter what it is that you want from a man. I don't care if you want him to paint the garage. You apply this the same way by not trying to get what you want, not trying to persuade him or convince him or cajole him into giving you what you want. You lean back and then he will pursue you. He will naturally be inspired to pursue you. It will be his idea. He will probably ask you what you want. Now, what I'm about to say is very, 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 very important for completely executing this 100% so that you get him to beg for you, but you also get what you want without even having to ask. So here's the thing. You don't lean back into him until you get what you want. The real golden advice here is no matter what it is that you want, you don't reciprocate back to him in the relationship until you get what you want, until you feel fulfilled, until he does figure out what is the problem and then address it, and then you set new terms and he promises to do something about it. Now, at this point, if you make it this far, he's going to be really motivated to do so. All right, so here's what's going to happen is if this guy is worth a damn and if he cares about you, he is going to try to close that gap, and he, as the man, is going to, or as the masculine entity, he is going to ask you what is wrong, what is going on. And this is going to be your opportunity to open up to him about your feelings, about what you feel about what's been going on, and how whatever it is that he's been not doing or doing, him not communicating with you makes you feel like you're not very important to him, and this is just not really the dynamic that you really want to facilitate, right? And you can tell him that, you know, if this is the type of dynamic that you're going to have, that you just don't really think that that is a healthy dynamic. And like I said, if he's worth a damn and if he actually cares about you, he is going to try to fix this and he is going to ask you how. And that is when you set new terms for the relationship, and you've got to be expressing your concerns and your desires from a feeling place. Well, it makes me feel not really all that good when this happens between us and when this is the dynamic and when whatever it may be. And you only give him what he wants, which is you, when he agrees to your terms moving forward and when he's happy to do so. You're not making demands, you're just having a feeling response to the situation. And as far as manifesting and law of attraction goes, if you're living in the end, you are not going to be desiring and being desperate and needy over something that is not your end anyway. So while he is, being distant, whatever it is, not doing what you want, not being your end, he's not your end. You don't worry about him. You put your time and your effort and your energy and your focus into other things. Now, if he wants to come back around and be your end, okay, so be it. But if you are chasing something that is not what you want, you are going to keep not what you want in your reality. You will only be able to do this if you are living in the end. If you're living in the end where you feel calm, you feel secure, you feel like you don't need him, you're not desperate for him, you don't need anything from him, you don't need him to give this to you, you don't need this to happen, you don't need anything. So you have to be living in the end. That's the only way that you're going to not be chasing after this person and not feel like you're ending a relationship that you actually really want. That would be manipulation. See, if you just go through the action and you're not actually there energetically, then first of all, that's difficult to that's difficult to fake. But also, that is going to be manipulation and that's manifesting, like law of attraction wise. You cannot actually manifest that. I mean, like, it might work a little bit here and there, but overall, you're going to manifest more lack. So let's say that you're not actually in the end in yourself, like you're not actually calm, stable, secure, like you're actually still needy and desperate. So you're trying to do these actions because you're needy and desperate to try to manipulate him and coerce him into being the person that you want him to be. That is not going to work. And you're going to end up regretting your decisions, and you're going to end up not with the result that you want. So This really has to be first you aligning first, because you can get in touch with your end and what that means for you and how important that is and how awesome that is and how nice that is, okay? And then you can approach the action-oriented parts from that place. Don't take any of these action steps if you're nervous and it's not for you and you're not ready yet and it doesn't feel right, because that's telling you that you're not there. This needs to be done from a place of self-love and self-worth and knowing what you want and deserve, and that you deserve to get what you want. If you're still watching this video, that means that you liked it, so make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, click all to receive all notifications. If you haven't already, join my group on Facebook where I do one live Q&A per week, and it's a really awesome atmosphere. We do sexy rampages, all kinds of stuff. I have courses for you guys. I have coaching. Watch this playlist if you want to make him totally obsessed with you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.